Hi ladies, Matt Shaffer here, your dating, connection, and empowerment coach, and I'm so grateful to have you back with me again. If this is your first time on my YouTube channel, take a second, hit the little subscribe button, hit the little bell so you can get notified every time I post a new video. I try to post something at least every week, so there's always new great content coming out, okay? Because I'm super passionate about helping you get better results in your dating, in your connections, and your relationships with men. Sound good? Awesome. All right, so today I'm really excited to talk to you about this topic. All right, this is the topic of that's going to make a huge difference in your ability to really create what you want in relationship with men. Okay, and it's the difference between activation and assertion. Okay, now these are two ways to get results for men in your life, to really get them to give you what you want and to create results with them in relationship. But the difference between activating a man to give and to inspire him to give you what you want and to assert to him what you want is massive. Okay, so we're going to unpack that in this video. So take a second and be sure to hang on till the end. I'm going to make sure to wrap everything up and give you some great nuggets at the end of this video. So stay with us till the end. You will not regret it. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the difference between activating and asserting to your man what it is that you want in relationship, right? So a lot of women that I work with women around the world, and a lot of women come to me and they're frustrated. They're frustrated because in their relationships with men, or in their relationship that they're currently in, their man isn't very excited, okay? Like, they come to me and they're like, Matt, I've been in this relationship, we've been at it for a while, and I just keep telling him and asking him, it's like, this is what I want, I need this, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I mean, he's doing it, or he's doing most of it, but he just doesn't, he's doing the bare minimum, and he's not very inspired about it. And I'm like, okay, well, and I always ask my clients, I'm like, so is this the way you're putting it to him? Like, I need this, I want this, I demand this, give me this, da-da-da-da-da. And they say, well, yeah, because I'm frustrated. And I'm like, okay, well, I want you to take a second and look at it from his perspective. If what you're doing in this situation is you are asserting to a man and you're looking to basically force him to give you what you want. And here's the thing. I'm not saying don't have boundaries. I'm not saying don't own your voice. I absolutely believe that you should do that. But you also have to look at, the masculine and feminine dynamics that you have in this relationship. And if you come to a man from a space of assertion and you say, I need this, I want this, give me that, and you're sort of forcing him from the outside to give you what you want, then I'm not saying he's not going to do it. Especially if he cares about you, he's going to do it, and he's going to want to give you, what it is that you want. But it's not going to be coming from within him. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be coming from a space of, all right, well, I guess I got to do this in order to stay in this relationship, and I care about this woman, so I'm going to do it. So he's going to do it, as long as he's invested, but it's not going to be like an evoking, right? It's not going to come from a space of magic and inspiration with him. And that's what asserting does. In that space, you are operating from the masculine space. You are operating from a space of pushing and demanding, and it's going to emasculate him. He's not going to be fired up, and it's just not going to be that polarizing experience, okay? And so the alternative, and this is a lot of what I coach my clients around, is to shift from a space of asserting and demanding to get what you want to activating a man to want to give you what you want. And that's the key here, is that when you activate a man, he actually desires giving you what you want, all right? And there's an important concept that I want you to remember here. This is a little mantra you can use, is that activation is an invitation. Activation is an invitation. You are inviting a man. You're inviting a man to show up for you. You are activating something within him so that he actually wants to do these things for you. He doesn't feel like he's being forced into doing it. but you're actually inspiring him to want to take the initiative and do it on his own. And what's magical about activating a man to really want to show up for you and want to be like really powerful and to give you everything that you want is that a lot of times he's going to go above and beyond, and he's going to give you more than you even wanted from him in the first place. I have one of my clients. It's just a great story because it's just been incredible to watch it happen. I mean, she started out when we first started working together. She had been with this guy a year, and she had been in a space of asserting to him constantly, we're not having enough, sexy time, and I'm not getting what I need. And she was operating from that space of sort of like scarcity, like he just wasn't showing up enough for her. And so she found herself just pushing him more and more and more to try to get what it is that she needed. Sound familiar? Has that ever happened to you? Yeah, it's happened to a lot of women out there. But the problem was, the more she pushed, the more he just sort of like was emasculated, and the more apathetic he was getting, and she was ready to break up with him. And so I asked her to look at this, and I'm like, what would happen if you, instead of forcing him and just trying to assert your way into getting what you want, if you took a little bit of a step back and started just like making him feel safer in the relationship, and you started encouraging him, and instead of telling him what he wasn't doing that you needed, you started talking to him about what you like, about what you would love, and about what you would love to see more of. Start giving him positive reinforcement, and then create space so that he can actually rise to meet you, right? And you actually give him an opportunity to show up on his own. Because men like feeling a lot better like they're able to show up on their own rather than feel like they're being forced to do something, if that makes sense, right? So she started doing that, and it was so profound because she activated him. She gave him an invitation. She basically said, these are the things that would make me happy. And I invite you, I would love to have you do that because I love being with you, and I love the way that you make me feel, and I just want you to make me feel more of that. Right? I would love to have sex with you more often. I would love to, kiss you deeper. I would love to go on adventures with you. And by doing that, and by basically like letting him know, not that she needed this because he's wrong and he's not doing enough of it, but she just loves the way that he does show up for her, and he would love it even more if he would give her even more. When she framed it that way as a positive, encouraging, inviting sort of energy, and then she just created space and stopped pushing, it was incredible the way this man showed up. And he did an incredible party for their 1-year anniversary, and he started talking about the vision of their relationship together, and their sex life has become completely on a whole different level. But it's because she had to just stop pushing. She had to stop trying to assert herself onto him. And she got to create an invitation and help him feel safe. This is something women I don't think understand. One of the greatest ways to activate a man to show up for you is to make him feel safe. And that's one of the final points that I want to make in this video that I think is so important, and such an important part of activating a man to give you what it is that you want and more, is that he has to feel safe in the relationship. And he has to feel like he can be the man. So how do you make a man feel safe in this space? You're kind to him, right? You lead the way emotionally and communicatively in the relationship. Men are looking to you to be the emotional and communicative conductor in the relationship. And they want to feel safe. Like it's okay for them to be men. And that it's okay for them to put their guard down with you. And if you can do that, if you can create a safe space for him to step up and step into his manhood, and you let him know how much you love how he shows up for you, and you just want more of it, that's going to be inspiring to him. That's going to be activating to him. And that's going to give him an opportunity to rise. And if he really loves you and if he really cares about you, he's going to do it. And that's the difference between assertion and activation. When you're in a space of activation, you're actually creating really powerful polarity. because you're in your feminine and you're this fluid, inviting force, just inviting and encouraging him to step up and be that man that you want him to be at deeper and deeper and deeper levels. And once you can do that, once you get that momentum rolling with a man, it's incredible what's possible. It's incredible what's possible in the relationship. So just keep that in mind and ask yourself right now, in whatever relationship, casual or more serious that you're in, are you in a space of assertion or are you in a space of activation with that man? And what would it look like to start creating powerful invitations for him to step up and step in and give you more of what you like? Stop making him wrong all the time. That's a perfect way to get him to check out. That's what assertion does. It causes men to check out. So I hope that this landed with you. If it did and you haven't hit subscribe yet, take a second, hit the subscribe button, and be sure to check back on a regular basis. I'm always putting up new content. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.